Hello everyone, it's me, Skurs, back with another video. Today I want to show you all the essential macros that you need to survive as a Restoration Shaman in Midnight PvP Season 1. So let's head right into it. Let's start with some target 1, 2, 3 macros, but in order to make them work, you need the add-on Frame Sword. And as the name suggests, it swords your frames. So, as a frame 1, as it says here, you want to be frame 1, which means you as a healer, you as the player, you're always going to be shown at the very top. You want to be shown at the very top, so you know if you press the friendly 1 button, it's always going to be you being focused. It doesn't matter who's frame 2 and who's frame 3, because that's going to be randoms anyways in solo shuffle, but you want yourself to be frame 1, so download Frame Sword. Let's actually open it. And you can see, player, that's you, right? You want to be on top. 3v3 on top. Dungeons, if you are a PvE Andy, you can also be at the very top. Ordering, healers at the very top, because we, as Giga Chats, are going to be playing healers, obviously. So that's what you want to do. Get it on CurseForge, and it will make your life a lot easier. So here we go. This is going to be your, let's say, most essential, most important macro, because you're going to switch around. You don't want to click on the frames of yourself and your mates. You want to do that at best with your gaming mouse and the side buttons, or whatever keybinds you want to use for that. Like you should use 3 very similar buttons. I'm using mouse 1, 2, 3 for this one, and this is friendly 1, friendly 2, and friendly 3. So let's not talk about it too much. It's very simple, right? Don't want to overcomplicate it. Let's continue with enemy 1, 2, 3. And here we see it again. Hashtag frame sword, enemy frame, target at none alive. This is enemy frame 1, 2, and 3. Very simple, very simple. So the enemy healer is also going to be at the very top if you wish. So you can configure that in Frame Sword. Very simple, yeah. So, what else do you want? You, as a shaman, are one of the only healers, or even the only healer, I'm not quite sure. I think the only healer, yeah, with a kick ability. So you have an interrupt, which now has a 30-second cooldown. They put that up a little bit, but now it interrupts for 4 whole seconds, which it has never done before. So you want a Windsure 1, 2, and 3 macro, which is right here. And what I forgot, slash, stop casting. Because if you are casting something, you know, you cannot wait for the cast to be over. You want to interrupt it while casting and essentially stopping your own cast in order to interrupt the enemy healer, interrupt the enemy mage casting poly on you, interrupt the enemy warlock casting fear on you, something like that. And that's why you want, I didn't include it in one of my 3 macros, I don't know why. You want to have the slash stop casting included there as well. So you can actually, yeah, interrupt your own cast in order to interrupt the others. Very simple, very simple. And there's no risk for it, no risk to it. As it's always very important to interrupt another healer or some CC being cast on you. So let's continue. Let's start with some very cool macros, and let's call them Mouseover macros, okay? You can have Mouseover macros for different kinds of totems. The perfect Mouseover macros are for Spirit Link totem. I personally don't use that on Spirit Link because I don't want to cast it straight away. I kind of want to wait out the correct moment. But you can use it on Capacitor or Earth Grab. Or you can also use that on Static Field if you want. So let me give you an example. Let me replace my current capacitor, which is the normal user ability, with the Mouseover macro. And my mouse is over here right now. So let me press the ability. Boom. You don't even have the choice anymore to set it anywhere. It will spawn right where your mouse is right now, which will essentially give you like the edge, you know, it will give you the edge over the enemies, or maybe overuse so, because you don't even have to click it with your left mouse button as well. Let's do the same for Earth Grab, you know? Oh, imagine there's a rogue right there, boom, let Earth Grab him, he's being rooted, you know, very simple. I personally do not like to use them, because I'm very careful with my abilities and I don't want to misplace them. That's why I'm not using Spirit Link Mouseover, but many people do. So you can either choose, ooh, are you very confident in your abilities? Are you 100% sure that you are gonna hit that correctly? Or are you gonna play it safe like me? And just do it like this, you know? I really like to sometimes keep it like this and wait for the perfect moment, instead of making sure where my mouse cursor is located right now, you know? That's a huge difference. So just do what you're comfortable with, and it should solve itself, right? So let's continue. A grounding stop casting macro. So again, just imagine, we need to use our imagination here. Imagine there's a mage standing right there, he's casting Poly on you, but you're casting Healing Wave, but you really want to cast Grounding Totem, but you're not sure, will my Healing Wave finish before the mage casts Poly, or will I get Polyed first? Well, you don't want to take that risk. That's why we use that grounding macro right here. And yeah, he's casting Poly right now. Oh, stop casting, grounding, boom. He didn't poly you. He didn't poly you. He polyed the grounding totem. Now it's time for you to run away quickly behind the pillar or something, so he doesn't poly you. Very simple, very simple. Oh, the music starts playing. Okay. Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Another very self-explanatory macro is hex 1, 2, 3. You don't want to manually click on the enemies. You also don't want to use your enemy 1, 2, 3 macro for hex. You want to very simply use hex 1, 2, 3. So you don't even have to think about anything at this point. You see all the healers on top, he's frame 1. Okay, let's press hex 1. Oh, you wanna hex that, I don't know, just another class. You wanna hex that Red Pelly. Okay, he's on frame 3. So let's use hex 3, which is hashtag frame sword enemy frame 3 / cast at none exists harm hex. I'm gonna put everything into the description of the video anyway, so I'm not gonna read them out loud. I'm not gonna read them out loud. Yeah, anyways, a very simple and similar macro to this is also Lightning Lasso. This is basically the same macro, right? Lightning Lasso, enemy frame 1, 2, 3. Very simple. Don't get it twisted though. I say enemy frame 1, but you don't actually have to type 1 for the first frame. For the second, yeah, you gotta type 2 and 3, but for the first one, it's just enemy frame. Nothing added to that. Another macro in my list is NS Healing Wave, because if there's a really sticky situation and you want to NS Healing Wave somebody, you essentially have to press 3 buttons, right? You have to first do Unleash Life, then Nature Swiftness, and then Healing Wave, which is a little bit too much in my opinion. So I rather use this macro right here in some situations where I really need this extra, let's say, split second to heal up my mate, and not have to go down from this keybind to this one right here, because it would be very yeah, it would be a waste of time, really. So I rather put those two together. So I just have to do Unleash Life and spam this one right here, so I heal myself back up as quickly as I can. Now the only thing that's between me and healing is the GCD, which I can do nothing about, but at least my own, let's say, my own head and my own fingers are not in the way right now, because I would need to go down from my keybind F2 to go to Healing Wave, which is 2. So this is actually, you know, I need to physically move from F2 to 2 to, yeah, and hope that I don't mess up with my fingers, I don't mess up any keybinds in my head. You know, I have to really think about it. Is that the correct keybind? Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just do Unleash Life and then spam F1 So I have Nature Swiftness activated automatically and Healing Wave automatically as well. I'm talking too much about very simple things. And the last macro on my list is gonna be, as an orc player, Healing Wave, Healing Tide Totem plus Blood Fury. As most Horde Shaman players are orcs, we use Blood Fury because it gives us 168 intellect. And as we have no other use for it besides, you know, just using it on CD, I like to use it together with Healing Tide because it also has a 2-minute cooldown. So whenever I see my mate is kinda in danger right now and I need to use some bigger CD, I use Healing Tide with Blood Fury combined to really create some good healing right now. So boom, one click, I'm empowered and my mate is getting healed up. So everything's fine there. Yeah, Shaman doesn't really have that many macros. Yeah, that's basically it already. That's basically it already. I mean, you can have some weak auras as well, but I'm currently good without it. So if there's any more macros that you think are very important, then let me know in the comments. But for now, I think this is it. So thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next video. Tune in for more shuffle games and watch me own some noobs.